Coming up next on This Week in Torrance, an art installation can make all of us prominent piano players. We'll tell you how. Then some local supermodels bring Kentucky Derby style to the city. Plus, the Bicycle Master Plan will create a smooth ride for South Bay cyclists. We'll bring you an update. And if you're in the mood, you're invited to the Senior Prom. These stories and much more are just seconds away. Your local news starts right now. Hello everyone and welcome to This Week in Torrance. I'm Malavika Gangolly. Ben McCain has the week off. Here are your top stories. Is the housing market on the road to recovery? National reports say that rising rents and a healthier job market are pushing more people to consider buying. Builders are also reporting plans for new home construction are up more this year than the past 3 years. Banks are also approving more loans. These trends bear out locally. According to the South Bay Association of Realtors, local home prices improved 11% from March 2011. Here are some highlights from the most recent City Council meeting.
Leaders and
the week of April 15th is Volunteer Week in the city of Torrance. Torrance has more than 2,000 volunteers who served the city for more than 9,000 hours last year. Their contribution to Torrance is invaluable, and certain city programs would not be possible without their involvement. 19 volunteers were singled out at the council meeting for their ongoing dedication to the city. The week of April 15th is also Safety Seat Checkup Week. Every year, California Highway Patrol offers free child seat checks. Officers show caregivers how to properly install a car seat. They also tell them which seats have been recalled. This year, residents can visit the Peterson Auto Museum in LA on Saturday, April 21st from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. for a free checkup. Annually, more than 90 children are killed and more than 10,000 are injured in California car collisions. Studies show that the majority of these deaths and injuries could be prevented with the use of a car seat or seat belt. The month of April is DMV Donate Life Month in the city of Torrance. 20,000 Californians are currently on the organ transplant waiting list, and every 90 minutes someone dies as they wait due to the shortage of donated organs. The need is especially urgent in Hispanic and African American communities. You can sign up to become an organ donor when you apply or renew your driver's license or ID card at the DMV. Call it an agenda item for the birds. Council heard from the Police Department and the Environmental Quality and Energy Commission on the feeding of birds in public. Now Council has passed an ordinance that makes feeding birds in public a misdemeanor or an infraction. The enforcement patterns of the ordinance will most likely be first a warning, then an infraction, which includes monetary fines. Beyond that, police officers could issue citations that may include jail time. This isn't the first time the city has considered the ordinance. For several years, many residents have asked that bird feeding be banned from the city. Public Works has also reported that Columbia Park and Wilson Park can be inundated with bird feces as a result, causing a health issue and additional costs for cleanup. And the Finance and Governmental Operations Committee filed their report for the second quarter for the fiscal year. The city's general fund has a budget shortfall of up to $4.5 million. That's due to a decrease in utility users' tax revenue and a low return on some investments. However, expenses are expected to be lower than estimated, which will keep part of the budget balanced through the year. The next part of the budget discussions will deal with the city's operating fund. Public workshops are set for May 8th and May 15th. We recently told you about possible closures to county courts. Now it's becoming a reality for 56 courtrooms, and the closures will affect Torrance. The General Civil Courtroom and the Misdemeanor Criminal Courtroom in Torrance will shut down on June 30th. The closures represent the $30 million cut to the LA Superior Court budget. Since judges cannot be laid off, those affected by the closures will be reassigned or forced to share courtrooms and staff with other judges. Court reporters will no longer be available for civil trials. 100 non-courtroom staff, like clerks and managerial employees, will be laid off as well. Coming up, we'll show you how you can help the LA Chamber Orchestra celebrate a milestone, and we'll tell you what the Bicycle Master Plan means for Torrance.
What if you could unleash your child's creativity while preparing them for a successful future? What if you could ignite your child's love of learning with one after-school program? What if that one program was easy and fun and taught critical thinking, teamwork, and communication? Destination Imagination is the one. Destination Imagination has been teaching kids teamwork, creativity, and problem solving for more than 25 years. Our students report increased ability to excel at school. Teachers report better attention and participation in our students. A major university study has documented how our students are ahead of others in creativity and innovation, skills that employers want and our future needs. To learn more about Destination Imagination, go to www.startateam.org and make Destination Imagination the one for you.
I'm starting to worry about my boyfriend. One minute he's supportive, the next minute everything is my fault. He says a couple of beers get him in a good mood. His idea of a couple of beers usually turns out to be a lot more than just one or two. And that's when I start to worry. After he's had too many beers, he gets really angry and I become the target. I hate to say it, but he reminds me too much of my last boyfriend. Aren't there any good men out there? My best friend is a social worker. She told me to try Al-Anon family groups so I could understand my feelings better. I didn't want to go because I didn't want to get into another argument with my boyfriend, but I'm glad I went. I'm starting to understand that I didn't cause his anger. I didn't cause his drinking. It's a great relief to hear a new perspective for my problems. Are you troubled by someone's drinking? You might be surprised at what you can learn in an Al-Anon family group meeting from people just like you. Call 1-888-4-AL-ANON or visit alanonfamilygroups.org.
Torrance gets a Kentucky Derby makeover for a fashion show fundraiser. Reporter Ella Sogamonian takes us there.
Big hats mark the biggest fundraiser of the year for the Torrance Women's Club. The theme chosen for the annual event is In the Winner's Circle, a play on words tying in the Kentucky Derby decor with their main cause for a party, raising money to support deserving students in their pursuit of education. The Women's Club raised $11,000 to distribute scholarships to one student in each of the 5 Torrance high schools, 2 nursing schools at El Camino College, and specifically one foster child graduating high school.
I'm very impressed, and particularly the cause for today, the scholarships. And although many people do give scholarships to the high school students, as the Women's Club is doing, and even to El Camino, I was very impressed by the fact that they give it to a foster child who's going on to college, because that is so often, once they're sort of turned out of the foster care, they're floundering on their own. And so to be able to foster somebody who's going to, go on and get further education and really progress in this world, I think is a great, great endeavor.
The fashion show added a new element to this year's catwalk: men. Councilman Bill Sutherland was among the few brave men modeling clothes supplied by Joe's A Bank of Rolling Hills Plaza. Women's Club members and supporters strutted by their sides, dressed by drapers and daimons.
I love it how the ladies always just parade down the middle looking like movie stars and showing their stuff and making it all happen to raise money for the funds they support.
More than 40 companies in Torrance donated goodie baskets, which guests bid for in a silent auction. A grand prize money horseshoe was also awarded to go along with the Derby theme.
We all don't have money. We all don't have a lot of spare time. Everybody has a smile to spare and a thank you to give.
170 people turned out for the event, thanks to the hard work put in by the Women's Club.
I think they've been working on it for a good 6 months, and I know they've had a lot of sleepless nights working on their little items.
Hours and hours and hours. I mean, we started months ago.
For Torrance CitiCABLE, I'm Ella Sogamonian.
For more information, visit torrancewomensclub.org. If you've ever dreamed of playing the piano for the public, now's your chance thanks to a new art installation. Reporter Kirsty Wilcox explains.
Torrance has been chosen as one of the 30 locations in Southern California for a project called Play Me I'm Yours, where the public can come out and play pianos like this one 24 hours a day.
At the strike of 12, pianist Brian Pizzone started to play.
Simultaneously with all my other wonderful colleagues.
Torrance was just one of the 30 cities across Southern California to be chosen for a project called Play Me I'm Yours. Every city opened with the same piece, Bach's Prelude in C.
I had a great time playing the piano today, and I love regular pianos.
The internationally known art installation gives the public access to play 24 hours a day. It began in 2008 with UK artist Luke Durham and landed in Southern California by collaborating with the Los Angeles Chamber Orchestra, who chose the pianist. The city's piano was designed by Torrance artist Rosaline Sang and sits in the Torino Plaza at the Cultural Arts Center, making it easy for anyone to sit down and play.
It's kind of like the umbrellas through the Grapevine Pass. That's an arty thing, and there were a couple of other things. But I think this is best because you can play the piano, and anyone can play the piano.
The LA Chamber Orchestra is using the project to celebrate music director Jeffrey Kahane's 15th anniversary, while also inspiring creativity amongst people in LA County.
Even if we have one child that comes down here in 3 weeks, sits at this piano and all of a sudden decides that this is something they want to do, it was a success.
And for those who don't think their skills will make the cut, it's easy to just come and listen.
Unfortunately, piano's not my thing, but to play, but I love listening to it. I think that they did a great job today, and I really enjoy it.
If you'd like to come out and play the piano, it's going to be available at the Torrance Cultural Arts Center for the next 3 weeks. For This Week in Torrance, I'm Christy Wilcox.
Thanks, Christy. For more information on the Play Me I'm Yours art project, visit streetpianosla.com. Back in 2009, the South Bay Bicycle Coalition asked local cities for their help in creating a bicycle master plan. The plan will help develop a comprehensive bicycle network throughout the South Bay. Reporter TK Trinidad gives us an update.
Torrance is one of the several cities to adopt the South Bay Bicycle Master Plan. The plan will add miles for bikers to travel across the South Bay safely and will help reduce traffic.
We enlisted the help of 7 cities here in the South Bay. Torrance, where we're standing today, was one of the 7 cities, along with Redondo Beach, Hermosa Beach, Manhattan Beach, El Segundo, Gardena, and Lawndale. So with the help of all those cities, we put together a grant proposal, and we were fortunate enough to win a $250,000 grant.
Kat says the $250,000 went to create the Bicycle Master Plan. Now the 7 cities, including Torrance, can use the plan and apply for grants of their own. But with these new bike lanes, we'll all have to remember that when we hop on our bikes, there are some rules we need to follow.
First one we start with is to follow the law. Then you want to be conspicuous. You want to wear bright colors and never ride on the sidewalk. More people are hurt on sidewalks than in the street.
Highlands also suggests doing the ABC check on your bike. A is to check the air pressure in your tires, B is to check your brakes, brake pads and sidewall rims, and C is to check your crank, chain, and cassette. And of course, always wear your helmet.
I always wear my helmet even after I've cleaned my bike and I'm taking it out to make sure that it's still operating properly. I'll throw my helmet on. If I'm going to be on it for 5 minutes, I'll wear my helmet.
And thanks to the Bicycle Master Plan, staying safe, saving money, and getting healthy just got easier. The Torrance Traffic Commission and Transportation Committee approved a plan that would expand Torrance's 30 miles of bike lanes to 63 miles and would cost about $2.5 million over 2 decades. I'm TK Trinidad for This Week in Torrance.
For updates on the Bicycle Master Plan, visit southbaybicyclecoalition.org. And for more information on the Beach Cities Cycling Club, visit bccclub.org. Well, coming up, we'll tell you why it's never too late to attend the senior prom.
Each year, thousands of people come to visit the Vietnam Veterans Memorial. Many reach out and touch the wall to feel some of the 58,000 names that are etched in black stone. But they were more than names. They were brothers, sons, husbands, and friends. People whose lives had meaning and whose stories deserved to be told. Memories like these are the heart of the Education Center at the Wall. Help us keep these stories alive to honor and remember those who served. The Education Center at the Wall will preserve the images, letters, and stories of those who served so that their lives will never be forgotten. Call or click now and help us build it.
This neighborhood sure has changed in my lifetime. You know, there was a time when people like me couldn't live here because of their race or the color of their skin. I'll never forget how I felt being told I wasn't welcome in this neighborhood, that this apartment was for whites only. That got better over time, but some people still didn't get equal treatment when it came to finding a home.
No, there's no apartment here for you.
Well, I own this building now. The Fair Housing Act made a difference for someone like me. It gives us the opportunity to live in communities of our choice, free from discrimination. The Fair Housing Act makes it illegal to discriminate in the renting or selling of a home because of race, color, religion, sex, national origin, familial status, or disability. Know your rights. If you believe you have experienced housing discrimination, contact HUD.
The West High School Booster Club is holding another fundraiser, and this one involves ducks. Well, rubber duckies to be exact. The All Sports Club is giving everyone the chance to adopt rubber duckies for $5 a piece. The ducks will participate in several races, and the West High School swim team will be there to create waves. Come out to the new outdoor pool at Redondo Union High School on Saturday, April 28th from 12 to 3 p.m. to see which ducks will win. For more information, contact Kim Nygaard at kim_Nygaard@msn.com. To commemorate Torrance's 100th birthday, the city is constructing a Centennial Plaza, which will include a time capsule, benches, landscaping, and commemorative bricks. The bricks are available for anyone in Torrance to purchase, so if you have a family member or a friend that you'd like to remember with an engraved, personalized brick, get your order in today. Bricks cost $150, and the deadline for orders is May 1st. For more information, visit the Centennial website at torrancecentennial.org. And finally, high school seniors aren't the only ones excited about the prom. Reporter Christy Wilcox shows us how dance and romance can put anyone in the mood, regardless of your age.
Remember going to your first prom when it seemed like everything was important? You spent hours upon hours in the salon just to prepare. And you finally squeezed on the perfect pair of shoes that made you feel just like Cinderella. So I headed to the senior prom, where seniors explained to me that having experience makes a world of difference. Decorations, tasty snacks, music, a ballroom, and a queen are a few prom ingredients.
It's good for them, and it's good to see them really enjoying this kind of thing.
This year's prom was called In the Mood, where seniors gathered at the Ken Miller Recreation Center. The only difference was that the chaperones were young and the prom guests were young at heart.
This is fun, and I can see the older you get, the better you get.
Almost 100 seniors attended the second annual prom, where I discovered prom can be much more fun when you aren't as worried about your prom dress.
When I'm ready to dance, nobody can hold me down. I will keep coming as long as I can.
Attendees danced, listened to the band, and even enjoyed professional dancers. They even gave dance lessons to those who need more practice. Torrance Total Hair Fitness and Salon Vivace even came to pamper the guests, making it easy to relax and enjoy the atmosphere.
Yes, I always did my own hair when I was going through school, but it's awfully nice to have Deborah do my hair now.
It seemed there was only one reason to feel nervous at this prom.
No, a little nervous to become a queen at my age.
Drop, step, chop, 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 step, go, turn, chop, 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 step, go, turn, step, turn, chop, chop, chop.
Proving that with a little experience, it's much easier to enjoy the part that really counts. Reporting for CitiCABLE, this is Christy Wilcox.
Thanks for that, Christy. It looks like fun. Teen volunteers from the Torrance Youth Council, North High School, Torrance High School, and Madrona Middle School were on hand to help at the prom, which was attended by more than 100 seniors and was sponsored by the Bartlett Center. For more information, call 310-320-5918. And that's going to do it for us on This Week in Torrance. I'm Malavika Gangolly. If you've missed any portion of our show, you can catch us again at 11 a.m. and 6 p.m. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.